Slavery by Taylor Dillard. According to Britannica, slavery started back in the 18th/12th century BC. How many of you know that slavery is everywhere in the world, and not just America? I'm here to talk about slavery. I will discuss slavery in the United States, slavery in Asia, and how they compare. My research for this speech was found in Britannica and API-GBV. Slavery of Africans/African Americans in the United States. My source is Britannica. African American slaves provided wealth for their white slave owners as they picked and gathered profitable crops. It was mass captivity of black people. They were bounded and dehumanized. They were forced into labor and beaten and or abused for disobeying or no reason at all. President Thomas Jefferson signed legislation that ended slave trade, but slaves were still bounded in America. But that didn't stop the slave owners. Slave owners would slave breed, and the slave women would be forced to conceive many times so the owners would have more slaves. Slavery lasted for over 200 years, and when it was abolished, over 4 million slaves were freed. Slavery in Asia. My source is the Asian Pacific Institution on Gender Violence. Slavery in Asia is very different compared to slavery in the United States. This slavery is called trafficking. Trafficking is when a person is taken and is held against their will to labor. The majority of trafficking victims are women and children. 70% of trafficking cases were sex trafficking or sex and labor trafficking. Top three risk factors of trafficking are recent migration, substance use, and runaway/homeless youth. Comparing slavery in Asia and slavery in the United States. Even though slavery in both places are significantly different, they are still similar. Both victims are or were treated as less as human. Slaves were bought and sold like cattle. They were treated with no value or respect. Slaves in both regions are also held against their will. There isn't much they can do to get out of that domestic abuse situation they're in. Today we have discussed slavery and covered slavery in the United States, slavery in Asia, and how they compared. According to Britannica, slavery and its effects are still significant, but changes are being made. Thank you for your time.